Welcome to the Angel Mystic Podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic Podcast. Welcome back to the Angel Mystic Podcast. In this podcast today, we're going to be addressing the most common limiting beliefs. This is actually going live on the day that I have actually got a class about this too. So if you haven't signed up, head into Abundance Manifesting and you can join me live at 7:30 or you'll be able to get the replay. We are doing a free class on clearing your blocks and healing your past. And if you're feeling stuck with your manifesting, this is going to help you so much. But let's delve into today's topic, which I think is the heart of so many people's struggles, our limiting beliefs. We can have beliefs and we can have limiting beliefs. Beliefs can be in our favour or not in our favour. Now, hidden limiting beliefs is often what stops us when we're manifesting. Our beliefs are living in our unconscious mind, they're shaping our reality, but they can really hold us back from living the life that we want to live if they're not in alignment with what it is that we want, if our beliefs are not in agreement with our goals, our dreams, and our desires. So I wanted to cover some of the common limiting beliefs, and let's see if you have them. So I'm going to talk about them a little bit about each one, and let's see if you will pick up whether you've got one. You'll feel it, you'll know it, you'll sense it. You know, the dots will start to join up for you if you've got one of those things going on for you. And pretty sure you will have, because we all have them. It's the one thing that we all share. We all share common limiting beliefs. So limiting beliefs are really those little nagging thoughts, those feelings that tell us that we can't do things, that we can't be who we want to be. We don't deserve to have what it is that we want. They're like mental roadblocks that keep us in a loop of fear, of doubt, of frustration. And the most important thing to remember about this is that they're buried so deep in your unconscious mind, you might not even realize they're there. But those little buggers are so powerful, and they're like chains keeping you stuck in your own patterns, preventing you from having the life that you really want, stepping into your full potential, having that relationship, having that new home, having that money that you want, that health, whatever it is. Your limiting beliefs will be stopping you. So as I share some of these common limiting beliefs that I have encountered in my own life and with working with, I don't know how many people I've worked with over these last 15 years. It's a lot. It's thousands of people. I'm going to give you some tools to help you break free from these limiting beliefs, because let's be honest, we don't want them. And then you can start living a life that you want to live. Now, the weird thing is about limiting beliefs is that you don't walk around thinking you've got one. For example, I'm not good enough. You don't walk around saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, or I'm not important enough. I'm not important enough. For me, in my experience of I'm not important enough, I didn't even recognize that on a conscious level. It was so deep rooted, but my experiences made me feel that. So friends would cancel lunch for very genuine reasons, but that triggered I'm not important enough. There was a house move that was very tied into this a couple of years back now. And I was really struggling to move house. I've moved house 20 times. This is my 20th home I'm living in right now. And I just couldn't understand why I couldn't move house, why nothing was coming up when I'm so good at manifesting. Just couldn't understand it at all. This went on for a couple of years. It also fell in the period where my son was still living at home, where my dad passed and my mum ended up living with me. And all of this was going on, and I was so busy thinking about everyone else's needs that I wasn't even thinking about my own needs. And I just couldn't manifest a house, and I hadn't got real clarity about where I wanted to live. And one day my daughter and I were discussing it, and she says, "Where do you really want to live?" And I went, "By the sea." And she went, "Well, why don't you?" And I went, "Because I'm not very good at thinking about what I want. I didn't feel important enough to go for what I wanted." And in that moment, I could just, it was almost like the rug had been pulled back, and I could see this dirty belief underneath this rug that I was really believing that I was not important enough, that I'd put everyone else's needs in front of mine. I think it took about 5 days, and then a house popped up by the sea. A month later, I'd moved. When you address them, things happen really, really quick. But I was not walking around going, "I'm not important enough." I was just feeling that stuck, that frustration of not being able to find a house. So let's talk about some other ones. Let's talk about them. They're really, really common. I'm sure that you're going to, recognize some of them within you. And I'm going to start with the big one. I'm not enough. So this could be, I am not good enough, pretty enough, thin enough, clever enough. I'm just not enough. And it manifests in so many different ways, whether it's not feeling worthy of love, doubting your abilities, believing that you don't deserve the success. It's just not enough. And it often stems from early childhood experiences. Maybe where you've been criticized, maybe you've been compared to others, maybe you've felt inadequate, or maybe it's in none of those things. Maybe it's just like the example I always give, because as a child, we don't see the full picture. You're very self-centered as a child. You're thinking only of you. You can't see the bigger picture. You don't have that mental capacity to do that. That's something that grows as you get older. But imagine little Johnny, 5 years old in school. He's done an amazing picture, and his teacher says, "Oh, Johnny, that's an amazing picture. Wait till your mum sees that." And he's dead excited to go and show his mum. Can't wait till the end of the day, and he runs out of school with his picture in his hand, and she's waiting at the gates. And he's like, "Mum, Mum, Mum, look at my picture." And she says, just a minute, Johnny. I'm just talking to Mrs. Jones." And in that moment, he thinks, "Oh my goodness, whatever I do is never good enough." Now, you and I know that is not the truth. She's being polite. She's just finishing a conversation, and then she'll say, "Oh, Johnny, that's amazing. Well done." Too late. The damage is done. The belief has been created in little Johnny's mind that whatever he does is never good enough. So he doesn't achieve very good at school. He doesn't get a girlfriend, good friends, a job. It could all go from there, just from that little incident, which is so innocent, but that's what your unconscious mind can do. That's just an example. There could be external judgment that comes along, and in your little head, you shape that as how you see yourself. So the first step to overcoming this belief is to realize that that's a lie. You are enough. You are more than enough. And using that as an affirmation can help. I am enough. I am more than enough. A few years ago, I birthed a shamanic drum. Only after the full day's workshop did I realize why it's called birthing a drum, because boy, it's hard work. But basically, it's making your own drum. And the message that I got to write on the inside of this drum is, I am enough. You are enough, just as you are. Nothing needs to change. You're enough as you are. So start to challenge that belief by looking at yourself, giving yourself evidence in your life where you've already succeeded, where you've been loved, where you've made a difference, of what you've already achieved. And keep saying that affirmation. I'm enough. I'm worthy of all the good things in life. This is not selfish. This is essential. And treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would with a friend. Maybe you've got the limiting belief going on that I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too late, I'm too old to start a business, I'm too old to date, I'm too young to start a business, it's too late. This is real scarcity mindset, that we've somehow missed out a chance. But the truth is, you haven't, and you are not. The universe doesn't operate on our human timelines. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Life is a journey, not a race. And every stage of your life offers you opportunities for growth and learning and manifestation. So to counter that belief, you could start thinking about embracing the present moment, being more in the now, and asking yourself, what could I do today that aligns with my dreams and my desires? It's never too late to start something new. It's never too early to pursue your passion. The only time that truly exists is now. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened. Now is where the power is. Now is where your manifesting is happening. What you believe now is what's going to come in your future. So you've got to make the most of it. What about if we feel that we don't deserve success? This often lurks beneath the surface. You might be working hard, doing all the right actions, taking inspired action, but deep down there's part of you that feels unworthy of the rewards. This is self-sabotage, procrastination. This is how it shows up. You might even feel guilt around it. This is the belief that is often linked to shame or guilt from the past, or a fear that success will change you in ways that might distance you from your family and friends that you have right now. What if you're so successful that other people won't like you anymore? Or maybe you're so successful that other people will want more things from you. Or maybe you'll be so successful that you'll have to pay the high tax band bracket. All of this goes on in your unconscious mind. And if you want what it is that you want, you've got work to do. We don't want self-sabotation, procrastination, and guilt to stop you. So we have to overcome the belief to rewrite our story around success. Identifying where this belief comes from. Was it a message that you picked up from your family, from experiences? Then consciously choose to release it. Visualize yourself as successful, happy, fulfilled, and do an affirmation like, I deserve success. I'm worthy of all the good things that life has to offer. And remember that your success doesn't take anything away from anyone else. In fact, it can inspire and uplift those around you. What about the limiting belief is, I'm not ready? This belief keeps us so stuck in that state of preparation, waiting for the right moment. I've just got to get my website built. I've just got to do another course. I'm going to do it when I've done this. Always something else to do before you even start. I'm not ready. You just need the right circumstances, the right version of yourself to take action. The truth is, you'll never feel ready. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. You've got to step out your comfort zone. You've got to take action, even when you feel uncertain and scared. The universe rewards courage, not perfection. I have been in business. I've been in business most of my life, but I've been in this business for 15 years. Have I made any mistakes in my business? Hell yes. Absolutely. But that's what it's about. It's about learning on this journey. and keep moving forward. If you're struggling with this belief, start by taking small steps towards your goal, because that'll help you build confidence and reinforce that belief that you can do this. You don't have to have it all figured out. My business is fantastic, but it's nothing like the business I started with. Everything unfolds when it's meant to, but you've got to start. Whatever it is that you want. You can't get married without going on that first date. You can't have a successful business and help people and do what you've come here to do if you don't make offers. You just need to start and know that you will have everything you need at each step of that journey. Now, what about the belief that what I want is impossible? So often people give up at that point. But this belief really is a reflection of the lack of faith that you have in the universe and yourself. In fact, more about yourself than the universe. This is that little voice in your head saying to you, this dream is too big. People like you do not achieve things like this. Don't even try. Stay safe. Stay here. But here's what I want you to remember. If you can even imagine it in your little head, if you can dream it, you can have it. Because the fact that you have a desire means that it is in the realms of possibility already. The universe does not plant dreams and ideas into your hearts for no reason. It does it because they're achievable. So you need to overcome this belief by starting to visualize that dream, starting to feel all the emotions, the feelings of it, how it will feel with that joy, that fulfillment, that success when you've got what it is that you want. Surround yourself with people and stories that have already done this, already got what you want. It is possible. So let those people that you're hanging out with inspire you. This is why it's so good to hang out in Abundance Club, because you're hanging out with people that know they can manifest, and that lifts you, because anything is possible if you're willing to do the work. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode today, and just remember that limiting beliefs are just thoughts. They're thoughts that can be changed. You are not stuck with them forever. You have the power to choose new thoughts and new beliefs and a new reality. So challenge them, question them, replace them with empowering beliefs that will help support you create the life that you want, because you can manifest miracles. And join me for the training that's happening tonight. Go and check out the show notes so that you don't miss out on anything important that's happening. And until next time, remember, anything is possible. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. I hope to see you there.